What's up, amazing ballroom dancers? Alexey is here and welcome to Ballroom with Alexey. Today I'm very excited to share with you super fundamental action in Rumba. Rumba walks backward. So without any further ado, let's just jump into the tutorial. Alright guys, Rumba walks back. Obviously, it is super fundamental action. It is a building block of entire Rumba. So today we're going to look in details what's actions happening in our feet, what we're doing with our knees, what's happening in our hips, and of course, what are we doing with our upper body. So we're going to look at all of those separately, and then at the end, we will combine it all together. So please stay till the end of the video. And before we'll do that, I would like to traditionally stress on the importance of posture. Every time you practice, do not compromise your posture on anything. So please stay tall, stretch your spine, shoulders down, open your collarbones, collect your core right now, and open your chest, open your collarbones. Imagine whatever you want to imagine here. Yes, bracelet, oh my God. Necklace over your chest. Stay tall, stretch your spine, long neck, always have a good posture. Alright guys, so now let's talk about our motor of any action in any dance, and it is our footwork. Our feet is the wheels which drives us. They always have to be engaged. They always have to have a good quality actions, okay? So in Rumba, we always have same footwork, which is the ball flat throughout the entire dance, which means that at any point of time, you have to have connection with the floor with our free moving leg, okay? Good, pressure into the floor. So let's start by dancing our Rumba walks, and let's pay attention only at our footwork, okay? So we're staying on the left foot, right foot is free, which is moving leg. Now I'm going to swing my right foot back, right? So I'm starting, this is my first action. This is first moment where we have to have pressure off the toe into the floor. 1. Then I keep moving my foot back. Yes, this is continuation of the movement. Yes, and I am transferring my weight back. First, I meet my weight in a split weight position. Then I use the sending action of my standing foot, which is the action of lifting of my heel up and transferring my full body weight back. That completes the cycle of a step. So then from this point, I repeat the same action. I collect my foot, drag it back, then I place my heel, have this fraction of a second of split weighted position. Okay, then I lift my heel up on the standing foot and complete my weight transfer. So, couple very important points. Well, first of all, of course, please remain to have a pressure on the moving foot into the floor all the time, okay? So then, this action of lifting of the heel up is usually not paying enough attention to that. But it is super fundamental, super important to have your leg at this moment super engaged, super lifted, and very collected, very engaged muscles, okay? So please do not miss this point of lifting your heel up, which actually completes your weight transfer. Okay guys, let's actually right away add another layer into our footwork action. So let's add knees action into our footwork. So obviously, to be able to collect our feet right here, we have to have one knee bend, one knee straight. So that happens naturally. So now, what do I recommend for you to do right now is to bring your attention to how the knee is bending. So instead of doing it on automatic and not paying attention, put your consciousness into that. Bring your awareness into the action which your knee is happening, right? So which happening in your knee. So your knee kind of has to go up, right? 1. Good. And now at this point, we're reaching a position where my bent knee is stretched away from the standing knee. So I want you to feel this reach away, stretching bending knee from your standing knee, okay? So then I continue moving my foot, and next action is super important. It is that super quick and sharp straightening of the bent knee before I transfer my full weight back. So I have to straighten my knee and I have to move my free foot back before I transfer my body, right? So we're doing that, and then next I have to lift my standing heel, and then I do same actions. I start moving my foot, which bends my knee. I stretch my knee from my standing knee. I keep moving it, then I go sharp action on straightening of your knee. So this straightening of your knee is super important. It's important to do this before you transfer your weight back. The biggest mistake is that we're falling backward. We're leading our Rumba walks with the tip of the head or with the upper body falling back. So to avoid this, to make sure that this not happen, you have to have a good posture. That's first of all, staying tall, making sure that our body, even though we're moving back, do I talk about our upper body already? I'm not supposed to yet, but it is very connected, right? So we have to stay tall, and basically the idea that we have to straighten our knee while our body is still forward. That's kind of like what I'm leaning towards. 1, and then I transfer. 1, and then I transfer, right? So straightening your knee before you're transferring your body into the moving leg, okay? Let's go over all of those tips, starting from the footwork. So I'm lifting my heel up, starting to moving my foot toward my free foot toward my standing foot, bending my knee, stretching my knee away from each other, keep moving, and then straightening super fast my standing knee, my moving knee, and then I'm transferring my full weight with the lifting of the heel up. All right, good. Let's move on into the hip action. All right, I just love how we can break it all down into the small pieces, but they always have to be put together. They all complement each other, and of course our hip actions are completely dependent on our knees action and footwork. So hip action is always a result of the movement, result of the body weight transfer. So now let's see what kind of result we will have. All right, so let's start with my right foot free. So I'm staying on my left. My right foot is ready to move, swing back. So at the point where I am bending my knee, I am creating a hip settle. Yes. So I am settling my hip because of the bent knee, right? So bending of the knee allow us to create tilt in the pelvis, which allows us create this hip saddling action, right? So that's why at this point when we bend the knee, now instead of only stretching knee from the knee, we're going to stretch knee away from the hip and create this nice long line starting from the knee going to the hip. Then I'm keep moving my foot back. All right, I'm snapping my knee, standing in the split weight position, okay? This is my split weight position. So now next action so at this point my knee, majority of the weight of my knee is on the left. So now when I'm lifting my heel up and transferring more of my body weight back, that allows me to create a hip lift. Yes, this is the hip lift, okay? Good. Then, as soon as I am ready to create a new cycle of movement, I am bending my standing knee, and that allows me to create a settle, right? And I transfer more of my body weight back, settling my hip because of the hip bend of my knee. I'm bending my knee, stretching it away from the bent knee, keep moving my foot with the pressure on the floor, passing by the standing knee, standing foot, keep moving, shooting my knee back, and lifting heel up, lifting my hip up as well, yes, and then it's the settle because of the hip, because of the knee bend, okay? So now you see how everything connected. We started with the moving of our foot, then bending our knee. Bend knee creates the bend, settled hip, and then we have sharp action on straightening of the knee back. Okay, so now let's add into this layer, last layer, which is our upper body. Upper body is going to highlight entire action. We're going to highlight our hip movement and highlight proper body positioning, which is more forward weighted. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so we start. Do you guys see me? Yes, I never know. Alrighty, so we start with the right foot free. Have a nice lifted toe. So now my upper body, right? So I have collected center. My chest line, my platform is lifted. Yes, so not dropped in, but lifted, okay? So now we're going to create a leading sides. So now when I collect my moving foot, yes, I create a settle, which allows me to have a nice diagonal from settle hip to the opposite shoulder, which is my right shoulder. So I have contracted left side and extended right side. Contracted left side, extended right side. I am more leaning forward, my right side is leading. I am moving my foot back. Now I'm straightening my knee, good. At this point, I still have my right side lead because this side is still contracted because of the hip lift. And now as soon as I'm starting bending my knee, I change my leading side, yes? So here's that moment from being here, I don't know how to show this, like this. So my leading side is right. So then I have my bending action, settling action, whoop, and I change it to the leading left side, okay? That's basically foundational action of bending, straightening of the knees and connecting our upper body with the hips and knees. So we're creating long lines and short lines, right? So when I move back, oh my gosh, I completely lost. Let's start all over. So I'm starting, I'm gonna do this way. So let's start like this. I have my right foot free, right side lead, collect, yes, making step, lifting heel, hip lift, and now I change the leading side. I change it, okay, remaining more forward weighted, moving my foot back, okay, lifting heel, my left side is still leading, and then bending knee, stretching away, adding a side, and then keep moving back, and change, okay? Alrighty, so let's see if that makes sense all together. So I'm gonna move back, facing you. Hope it's gonna work. So I'm starting with my right foot free, staying tall, arms to the side. Okay, now I'm bending my knee, collecting my foot, collecting into the standing, have a nice pressure, all right? So now at this point, everything is very on the contra body movement. I have nice twist to the right, which allows me to have nice lead inside. Yes, I have twist away to the left in my hips, nice line from the hip to the knee. Then I keep moving back, sharp knee action, split weight position, still remaining same position in the body, lifting heel up, hip goes up as well because of that action. Then I bend in my knee, starting collecting the foot and changing lead inside and making movement back, going through middle part. Now straightening my knee, still split weight, fully transferring weight with the knee, with the heel lift, hip lift, bend knee, collect. And 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, whoops, I'll move it back, 2, 1, 2, and and. All right, guys, well, that's about it. We talked about hips, feet, knees, and upper body. We all connected it together, and it all helps us to have better understanding of Rumba walks back. So if you find this video helpful, please remember to press like, subscribe to my channel so you will not miss new episodes. As well, if you generally enjoy my channel and you find it helpful, please consider becoming my Patreon. Patreon helps me to keep producing these videos for all of us for free. So if you will head over to Patreon, you will find out more information on how you can do it. This is only for people who want to support and have ability to support. So if you are in that position, please head over to Patreon. The links are in the description. You can find out more information if you will head over to Patreon. I hope you will do that. Highly appreciate it. I will see you guys very soon in my next tutorial. By the way, leave me a link below what tutorial you would like. Leave me a comment below what tutorial you would like to see. Yeah. Thanks. Should I do it again? Oh, it's okay.